One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles offense will have the football first. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win? Which style's going to prevail? Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. They'll try the left side. It's a running room. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to Davis. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Noles! And they strike first. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Holy cow, how about that? You think he's going in for the score. It looks like he's going to get it. He fumbles the football. Who's going to get it? Johnny on the spot. The offense finds the football, lands on it, and gets the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Alabama's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Gets away from one. He's got space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
The give is to Miller. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown time!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll run play action. Floating away. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Leaves it with the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock. Hand it off. Let the running back do the rest.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. He's up to 47 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Grab near the marker, it's Robinson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the Seminoles are flying down the field. The give is to Williams. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Grab behind the line. It's Washington. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Here's the pressure. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right at the gut, gets the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
In that 3rd down and manageable situation, I love the RPO play call. You just would love to see your offensive line get a little bit more push. That was a good look to run into, but the defense just beat him up front.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw at Simpson. Gets it to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience and bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes they put you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. The give to the tailback. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Gets it to him on the screen. At the 45 on its way. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
And the Noles are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense knocking it down, getting the ball in there.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Flips it out to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running back.
It's a seam wide open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
They'll try the run. Slithers into space. There he goes. The transition from Nick Saban to Kalen DeBoer certainly gave growing pains to the Crimson Tide, and they're expecting progress in year 2.
It wasn't smooth. I mean, you expand the playoff, obviously, further, and they still don't make it, so a lot of upset Alabama fans, Jesse, but year 2, obviously, a chance to change that. More of his guys, more of his system.
Yeah, there were some bright spots a year ago in Kalen DeBoer's first season. Obviously, beating Georgia at home was a big one, but this is a team that definitely stumbled down the stretch. And you're right, this is a team that has expectations to compete for national championships. They have to take the next step this year.
Now he's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Bernard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Castellanos. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoy. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Noles send out the punt unit. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. With the catch, it's Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the 1st half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short pass is the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Buys a little time. Got room at the 35.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping them.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Spits it out to the back. Finds his man. It's Webster. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
That's a really good-looking throw there. I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Pulls it in. It's Webster. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football with a bad pitch. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the first. He wasn't able to do that, and now it sets up 4th and short.
Punt is in the air. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Howard, oh, a lot of space. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Grabbed behind the line, it's Cuevas. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. A cacophony of noise. Facilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dome. To throw, it's Simpson. Scrambling away. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Grabbed on the outside, it's Bernard. This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control, and you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice footwork, young fella.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Grabbed in the middle, it's Horton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Cuevas. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Off the play fake. Big fella moving. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Trying to pound it in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On third down, going up top. Hit as he throws. Tight end getting vertical. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Here comes the heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
The Seminoles line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you're down later in the football game, and you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Simpson. Flips it out in the flat. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the give off the left side. Runs through the tackle.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
Splits the uprights. It's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Defensively, the clock late in the game, when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to let him throw the football, get him on the ground, and let that clock tick.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
The give is to Williams. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get... done. A 6-point game getting very deep in the 4th quarter, and the offense desperately needing to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. 1-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
They'll run the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And they'll take a knee. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourselves. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit mistakes. This team is talented. They've still got a lot to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out next week.
Let's go. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the Rebels taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rebels offense will go on the attack first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it.
What's up, Yeatley?
Wow, the defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense,
pretty good. How about yours?
They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Trying to set up the screen. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. So Florida State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players.
Oh, nice. Nice. Arizona's always a fun team. I had to play with Florida State. I just love the atmosphere.
We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the
Nice.
offense that...
I did notice this game's a lot more challenging than last year's was.
They got to get that
I actually
physicality,
lost.
that run game if they want to be a great program again.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Gotcha. At least it was a close game.
The give is to Williams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Coming off a 12-1 season in 2023, last season was one of the biggest collapses in college football history for Mike Norvell and the Seminoles. And, guys, they have to turn it around.
And now they're in a seminal moment for this program, right? Like, they have to respond. They had more inches of snow at Doak Walker Stadium last year than they had wins, period. They floundered. It was not a good season, Palmer. They've got to respond or else it's going to get bad in Tallahassee.
They got to start fast. To me, that's the biggest key for the Seminoles this year. They've got to put some wins together to build that confidence, to regain that Seminole mindset of being a dominant program once again.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down.
Dang, man. 76-0?
They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And you erase
There we go. That's the big play.
An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just
Yeah, I got squared off against Bama the first game of the year. I just lost by 3. So I'm looking forward to scoring a lot of points in this one.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Defense looks as if it's coming. They go to the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that seemed a little awful to start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was
Nice, you're almost halfway through. I like the defense. It almost feels like Madden this year. It's weird. I like it, though.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll do it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
Yeah. NC State, I like their quarterback.
Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
The inside handoff. Gets it past the marker. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Wants to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Finding open areas. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Well, they pick up the
Yeah,
first
it'd be
down there on the
a
screen.
cool idea,
I love
for
the
sure.
offensive line
I
there.
like the fact that they got
Allowing the
real
pass rush to
coaches and
get
they keep
way
up with their
They completely
coaching record.
baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The toss sweep to the right. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to throw
I
bombs
probably
to get
won't
big
watch
plays
it,
in the
man,
passing game.
but
Just screen it to
that's
your
cool.
running back. As soon as he
Kind of
catches it,
excited to
gets
see what
upfield.
Cam Ward
And
does this year.
How about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. It's caught downfield. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal.
All right, man. Have a good one, Yeet Legal. Talk to you soon, buddy.
Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got his man to the left. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wide open spaces. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Takes the easy completion. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Offense lining up quickly.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on 3rd down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And tackled there by the defense. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Quarterback on the keeper. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Going for 6. Touchdown Rebels. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To the air, it's Castellanos. Good timing on the quick out. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's White. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years in Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
Got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on third down, I'm not so sure they won't run it again or give it to their running back in space and see if he can make something good happen.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
He's got his man, makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the first half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good first half together, going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a 2-score game, and I want to chew a lot of this clock. I don't want to give them a lot, so if we can run the football, be consistent, and add to our lead before the half.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to pass, it's Castellanos. Using his feet to buy time. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Seminoles. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. DB's right up on the receivers. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the big fella. Turning on the Jets. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. Finds a man in the middle. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right. Lots of room to run. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Rebels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. Got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some out-breaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you've got to do something to create separation.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first. still on his feet at the 35. He's loose. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, no! He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Only took two.